This is Ikena. I will be doing a peer review for Ziyavela. So after reading and going through her presentation, I am inclined to accept her proposal, okay, with a few adjustment, okay, which I'll be given. So a few parts which she should have improved, which I'll be giving in the detail of this video. So I'm going to start with what was the strong about the presentation. So the presentation was fantabulous. Okay, to provide a detailed breakdown of AWS services, focusing on the company's needs, infrastructure, and AWS benefit. Also, the plan strikes a nice balance between cost and redundancy for a startup, and also the availability zones, okay, two availability zones, which is great. Uh, Also, the two availability zones per area is a sensible idea that agrees good availability while controlling expense. Okay. In addition, okay, there was also the effective use of AWS services to fulfill business requirement appropriately, which meets the matching proposal for by BitBit IT. Also, one other part that was good was the auto scaling EC2 for instances to maximize resource use. In addition to that, she made mention of the email services using the Amazon SES, AWS VPN option for employees to work remotely. That was also a strong part of the presentation. It also referenced the edge location implies knowledge of AWS performance, improvement, and worldwide reach. Also, the plan offers a scalable and economical approach to expanding the company. Additionally, it discusses AWS security governance, which is essential for effective managing of several projects. The conclusion firmly established AWS as a growth-oriented strategic option, reaffirming that implementing the recommendation proposed in this presentation, BitBeat can ensure a smooth launch and a long-term success in the cloud. Okay, and then these are a few parts I think would play a major role in improvement. Okay, the proposal made mention of about regions as a stakeholder. I did a little research and I was thinking the US East, the North Virginia region, would be one of the best regions to use in the North American region. Okay, it's just what I did the research as a shareholder, but you as the expert, okay, as the AWS practitioner, you would know better. Okay, I'm only giving my own point of view. Also, the proposal briefly gave a few benefits of AWS for BBIT, okay, but lacks a detailed cost estimate on the benefit, like for example, the cost efficiency. Okay, there wasn't much details in the cost efficiency as well. And also a comparison between AWS services and AWS pricing and other cloud providers, okay, would have strengthened the proposal. For example, telling me how AWS pricing is better than Microsoft Azure or the Google Cloud. Okay. Also, you refer to AWS CloudWatch, IAM, Cost Explorer, and a few management tools. Although multi-AZ provide disaster recovery plan, okay, but additional attention to support a proposal would have been good. Okay, providing additional backup. So, what the tool would we be using to back up a cloud, okay, in case of disaster would have been great. And further detail on BitBit would enforce security policies. So further detail on how BitBit would enforce security policies would have been also a great part, okay, to have played a greater role if you have mentioned that in your proposal. Okay, lastly, mentioning AWS Migration Hub or AWS Data Migration Services would have been a great deal in your proposal. Okay, you should have mentioned the AWS Migration Hub. Okay, so your presentation meets the compelling requirements we are looking for as a company. We need something that will be reliable and user friendly. And also, from your presentation, I can see that you meet the goal we are looking for. Okay, so in conclusion, I just made a few adjustments. Okay, to your proposal. I highlighted them in the section, which I'm going to be leaving the file here for you. Thank you so much for your proposal. Okay, it was indeed convincing. I wait to see what you and your team would do even when we kickstart this program.